Hi everyone, this is Raj Kumar. In continuation of our project presentation, I am going to explain about different applications of Zen, and finally I will end up my presentation by including our whole conclusion. So let's start. So when we are talking about different applications of Zen, we are having WLB, that is World Load Balancing, Zen Center, OpenStack, CloudStack, License Server, DVSC, Supplement Pack, Conversion Manager, Citrix Provisioning, Citrix Virtual Desktops. These all include Zen hypervisors. So let's see what these means. So when we are talking about Zen Center, basically it is a Windows UI client for VM management. It is implemented based on the management API, that is Zen Center, and Zen Center provides a rich user experience to manage multiple Citrix hypervisor hosts, resource pools, and the entire virtual infrastructure associated with them. And what does this world load balancing will mean? Basically, it is an application that balances your pool by relocating virtual machines onto the best possible server for their workload in a resource pool. And the next one is Citrix licensing server. Basically, it is a Linux based application that Zen Center contacts to request a license for the specified server. And the next applications is Citrix Hypervisor Conversion Manager. Sometimes it is called Axiom. Basically, it is a virtual applications that enable users to convert existing VMware virtual machine into Citrix Hypervisor virtual machines with comparable networking and storage connectivity. And the next applications are like it measured boot supplement pack. What does this mean? It means like you can have a supplement pack that enable customer to measure key components of their Citrix hypervisor host at boot time and provides APIs that enable remote attestations solutions to securely collect their measurements. The next applications is like you are having a Citrix provisioning. It means Citrix provisioning means the services that support pre-boot from common images used widely with Citrix Virtual Desktop and Citrix Virtual Apps. And the next application you can create is a Citrix Virtual Desktops. In this, you are going to create a virtual desktop infrastructure which can provide specified specialized to Windows desktop, and this Citrix Virtual Desktop uses Zappy to manage Citrix hypervisions in a multi-host pool configurations. And the next application is like you can having a OpenStack, CloudStack, and OpenStack you can what do like open source software for building public-private clouds used for managing management API to control Zen server. These are some applications for this Zen. And when we are going to conclude what this whole our whole presentation is going to be said, like the Zen server is built on the open source Zen hypervision and uses a combination of para virtualization and hardware assisted virtualization. This collaboration between the OS and the virtualization platform enable the development of a simpler hypervision that delivers highly optimized performance. And this chain provides sophisticated workload balancing that captures CPU, memory, disk I/O, and network I/O data. It offers two optimization modes, that is, one is for performance and another is for density. When we are talking about Zen server, it is having an advantage of a unique storage integration feature called Citrix Storage Link. What we can do with it, we can do have a the sysadmin can directly leverage features of array from such companies such as HP, Dell, Equal, Logic, NetApp, EMC, and other. And this Zen server includes multi-core processor support, live migrations, physical server to virtual machine conversions, that is P2V, and virtual to virtual conversions, that is V2V tool, centralized multi-server management, real-time performance monitoring, and speed performance for Windows and Linux. So basically what we want to say, this whole conclusion, basically it is a full virtualization and Zen can run multiple guest OS each in its own VM. So the main benefit is having like instead of a driver, lots of great stuffs happen in the Zen daemon. Sometimes this Zen daemon called Zen. And you all know like Zen is a type 1 hypervisor that create logical pools of system resources so that many virtual machines can share the same physical resources. At last, I want to conclude this. Zen is a hypervisor that runs directly on a system hardware. Zen inserts a virtualization layer between the system hardware and virtual machine, turning the system hardware into a pool of logical computing resources that Zen dynamically allocate to any guest operating system. This is called like operating system running in a virtual machines interact with virtual resources as if they were physical resources. So in this presentation, we have discussed about like virtualizations, hypervision, key components of different architectures, hardware, Zen hypervisions, control domain, what are their different things, and para virtualization and hypervirtualization. These are things we have discussed. And when we talk about, so in continuation of this, we have discussed like what are the different advantages and disadvantages with introductory part of Zen. Then we have seen why we are using Zen and what are different architectures and different installation process. And finally, we will see how we can deploy and how to create an instance in Zen. And finally, I am concluding this with what are their applications in Zen. So thanks for watching. Thanks.